Well, it's morning here. I think it'll be evening when this goes up, but welcome to another video. Today is a one that's took me a while and I've had to make points over the week. Things that have cropped up in my head, things that I've thought that needs to be in the video. So I'm calling this video my top tips. Now, a year and 2 months roughly, we decided to start home educating my eldest. We had no idea. We do have family that also have home educated children. We knew a few friends, not a great deal. So I kind of wish that I'd just found a top tips guide. There's so much information on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, anywhere where there's a home educating community online. But it was just overload. So I've whittled it down to 6. I think I've done well to whittle it down. Some things I thought, oh, what is going on? Why do we bother doing our hair and things? We are going away it is our Christmas gift night away from my parents, so they have the children for one night. We go, it's like a hotel voucher. So we've chosen the hotel. We're not going far, we're going less than an hour away for one night. So I got ready, got sorted, got the kids packed. And why did I get ready before? And I'm going to be really honest here. This is not what I'm wearing to go. The jumper I'm wearing to go was actually the jumper that I wore 1 or 2 videos ago, and I was like, I can't wear that again in a video. So total transparency. Looks like this is going to be coming straight off. But let's go straight in with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is the most important and has made the most difference to me, and it is find your tribe. Home ed is wonderful, full of wonderful, different, unique, special people. But you need to find your people who get you. I have got so many what I call acquaintances. My mother says that I'm surprised I've got any friends because I call these people acquaintances, not friends. They're acquaintances. They're people I know, I respect, I love their way of living. They're just not my tribe. So I needed to find people who understood my lifestyle, the fact that I was, during the week, solo parenting, hubby is at work. I needed people not that are similar to me, but just that get it and don't want to be at my house on an evening because he comes in from work and that's our family time. Just people that get it. People that I get there and totally respect their boundaries, and people who can fit into our schedule, which is very much during the day, that sort of 10 till 3 between working hours. So home ed, you're not meant to do it alone. Whether you're a single parent, whether you've got a huge family, during the week, I am pretty much just me and the kids. But you're not meant to do this alone. You don't get any points and you don't get any additional respect for doing this alone. Do not do it alone. Find your tribe. You will find, I have found the most amazing people that I might never have crossed paths with, but have become really special friends. They should always be rooting for you. You should feel like you want the best for them. It's got to be both ways. You don't want people who, well, I didn't want, I'm not telling you what you have to do. I didn't want too much pressure. To me, it didn't matter if I didn't see that friend for a month and then we catch up 2 or 3 times in a week. As long as it works for both of you and you're both happy with that friendship and relationship and dynamic, that is your tribe. That is your tribe. Support each other, root for each other, be there if you need a hand. Like I've taken friends' kids to an event, they've taken mine to an event, because things crop up. You're still living a life as well as being a educator, teacher, whatever word you prefer to use. So yeah, that is tip 1. Find your tribe. Everyone's tribe will be different. Some people will float in and out of different tribes. That's probably me. I'm a bit of a floater, but I know my people. Tip number 2. Pick your battles with your children. Now, this isn't just home ed, but I've had to do it more and more since home educating. Not every moment needs to be a lesson. So I've put a post on last week about the nature thing. It was a short that I put on about us not being nature people. Don't try and fit into a box that wasn't made for you. We are just not that people. We do not enjoy nature walks in 0 degrees. We do not enjoy looking for insects. Some people will love that, and some people it's their entire lifestyle. Outdoor education. Fine, it's just not us. Me trying to get my children to fit in that box is only going to result in a meltdown. I think it probably fits very well as well for parents of SEN children, because trying to make your child fit in any other box that is not for them, you're going to get the meltdown. The meltdown might come later on and you're like, what on earth has gone wrong? We've had a lovely day. Maybe the child hasn't had a lovely day. They've had a pressured, not enjoyable day. So yeah, you don't pick your battles. I say it regularly. You don't need to have a standoff. If the child point blank refuses, no, I do not want to do that, either try again later if it's something they really do need to do. We have a list of non-negotiables. My friends will be laughing if they're watching this, because I live by these non-negotiables. They have to complete any core work, and you've seen my block schedule. The things that don't move on those blocks are things like copywork. We use the app Sentry Tech. They are non-negotiable. On certain days at certain times, we do that as our core. That's our main part of our home educating. Other than that, things can move. Be flexible, be kind to yourself, because you don't want to be having these standoffs and arguments. And protecting the relationship with the child is more important than whether they've filled in a worksheet that went along with the video they've watched. Pick your battles. Okay, tip number 3. Build a community that suits you and your child. So similar to the find your tribe, but what I mean by this is I will book things like trips that suit my child, and then to help with things like the cost, the fact that you have to have certain numbers, build that trip around your child. You can tailor their interests. Everyone will jump on it. So I have just booked a train trip for later in the year. My son has been obsessed with the Leonard Adventures on Trains book series. It is I think there's 5 or 6 fiction stories. The main character, Harrison, and his uncle Nat, and he is obsessed. We read them together. We do them as read aloud. He was really interested. I think it was the first book in the series is The Highland Falcon, which is about a steam train. He was then really interested in how that worked, how a steam train worked. So we have a museum not too far from us. So all I did was contact the venue. Then once we had a date in place, post that on your home educating pages. Share it around. Who wants to come? Get your numbers. It's cost me a £5 to take him to a tailored group that suits him, all just from me sending a couple of messages for everyone saying, do you want to come? So you can really, some children will love things like that, things like trips. Other kids might like a library room. So I've just, they might want to meet up with their friends and do a reading club. I've just inquired at our local library, and they charged us as a community group, because we're home educators. They classed us as the lowest rate, which was great. And that was, I think it was £11 an hour. So I could hire out that room, say for a 45-minute reading club. If I can get, 10 kids, it's going to be like £1 each. Things like that make home educating much easier and much kinder on the purse, because home ed can be expensive if you want to do all these things. So yeah, tailor it to your child. Choose the spaces and the places that your child is not going to have these epic meltdowns. My kids aren't massive fans of big museums. We tried an art exhibition yesterday, wasn't for them. Whereas science museums or this train museum, I know they will absolutely love and thrive. So yeah, don't feel pressure to fit in anywhere. Be the one to say, who fancies this? It's so easy. It can be scary at first to say, parents will just be glad that someone else has taken the lead. So do not be scared to pop that message in saying, who fancies this? Who fancies coming along to this? We've done Roman forts. We have done, where else? We've done the Egyptians museum. We do so many big trips that we wouldn't really be able to do alone, because they have someone guiding, you know, they have a, not a tutor, but the person in charge at the museum will take you round. We've done so many things. Next month we've got a flight simulator. One of the parents booked that because her child wanted to go. It was a lot cheaper if more children went. So the flight simulator, that's another one. Zoo school, that's another one. It needs a group of, I think, maybe 10 children. To do that alone would be so expensive and boring for the kids as well. So it kind of has that benefit as well. Tip number 4. Choose progress over perfection. And this is knowing your child well enough to know that they are moving forward, they are progressing. Celebrate the out of that, because some days will feel like you've gone backwards, not forwards. So any progress, celebrate it, cheer it from the rooftops, make them feel so special. Unless you've got a PDA child like me that would hate that, but my son absolutely loves when I say, you absolutely smashed that, well done. You know, reward the small progresses. You are their cheerleader. Small steps are still, they are learning. You are learning. Anything that is you're going forward, not standing still or backwards. Enjoy it. You know, give yourself a pat on the back. Some of your days will feel so messy, chaotic, and you'll think, why am I doing this? Then you'll have one of these little days where you see that step forward. Just embrace it, take it on, make your child feel special. If they don't love praise, like my daughter doesn't love to be praised because she feels, she takes that as pressure, just maybe so I would open it up in that case, and I would say, you guys have done so well today. Like, don't direct it just at them and say, oh, you did this bit of work really well. Just say, I'm so proud of our day today. How do you feel it's gone? Let them tell you that they're really proud of themselves rather than you piling on the pressure. So yes, that was progress over perfection. Number 5. I have really embraced a loose schedule over, not even a schedule, a loose rhythm over a schedule. That works for me. With the block planner that you've all seen, we have, in fact, let me get the block planner. Okay. I'm just going to show you the weekend because it's obviously got some personal information on. This is the block planner. Okay. So you can see Saturday, Sunday there still has copywork on. It still has, so this one on the end says project and certificate learning. The one at the bottom there says reading time. If we go to this end, I'm being careful because it's got some of the clubs they go to on there. You can see the time, 1 hour slots, right up to 6 p.m. plus. Okay, so in the block planner, as an example, on a Friday, 12 p.m, we have got on there to do topic work. If I was to look at my diary right now, I know on Friday this week we have plans, so that will shift. That's what I mean by choose a rhythm over a schedule. So loose rhythm, some of those things won't move. So our first thing we do is our copywork. That very rarely moves. Things at the night, at the evenings, things like the read aloud, that's always an evening because we're calming them down and chilling them out for bed. So reading time never really moves. Things like their clubs won't move. So things like when they go to forest school, that won't move. The rest can move. That can just keep you tailoring along. Don't stress on a schedule. They are not at school. They are home educated. Don't, flexibility is probably for me the main win of home educating. We can go on holiday and we can take their work to do, the work that I want them to do. Most families, I think some families love that, sit down at this. That is sounds like a duck, but it's actually a pig dog toy that both of my kids love. So excuse that. We don't have a duck living in the house. Flexibility is one of the biggest benefits. Use it and enjoy it. And tip number 6. Final tip, do not compare children to other families. And that goes for SEND parents as well as home educating parents. Comparison is the thief of joy. Just don't do it. You're different. It would be like comparing me to the lady that lives next door. We're nothing alike. We probably know completely different things. That lady goes running. Does not go running. But I go and do other things that she doesn't do. And there's no comparison. You can't compare your children either. Again, home educating is to work at their pace. So why go into that if you're then going to compare them to Billy, who lives down the road, who also home educates, or a child that goes to school? That child could be going through absolute, mental, physical breakdown going to school, and you just don't know it. Do not compare your child. Home education lets them grow in their own way without being in the classroom. So my children, and I put a short on this week which did really well about them not being scared to be themselves, and they're really not. They are the kookiest, most unique children. They will go out dressed as, I think that video, I had my daughter as a witch. I can't remember exactly what she was, but my son with plaits coming all out of his hair. He was dressed as a banana on one of the clips. My daughter in high heels walking to a library last week. They are not afraid to be themselves. They are comfortable standing out. Just embrace that. Let them be unique. Don't compare them to Freddie or Frida. Let them be them. It's magical, and you will find your children become their true selves with home ed. My children are the most amazing. Might have a child coming in. Yeah, my kids are the most unique, funny little characters now that they're home educated. At school, I feel like they just try to fit in. They did try to fit in, and that's fine. A lot of kids will want to fit in. I just love that they're comfortable being them. My son goes out dressed as a capybara many times, or he will go out in an outfit fully capybara jumper, capybara headband, capybara slippers. Capybara shorts, even in this weather. Yeah, embrace it. Let them be them. Let them be weird. Weird is wonderful. So yeah, if you are new to this, that's probably also, I've probably also totally overwhelmed you with all that information. Just take a breath. You don't have to have it figured out. I'm a year and about 14, 15 months in, and I do not have it figured out. Trust your instincts. Follow what you think is right to do. It doesn't have to look anything like school. My weeks look nothing like school. We sit at the table maybe over a week, maybe an hour and a half total over the week sitting at the table. I don't class sitting at the table as them doing their copy work while they're having their breakfast. That's just, they're having their brekkie and they're multitasking. But yeah, just remember to you be you and let them be them. Don't overthink it and just enjoy it. Don't try and be something you're not. Enjoy. It's meant to be enjoyed. This is no negative. My children went to school for, my son came out in year 4, my daughter came out in year 3, and we're very lucky not to have sort of school-based trauma, and we didn't have emotional avoidance or anything like that. My son was very affected by his time in the end, which is why he was withdrawn very quickly after we noticed his decline in mental health. My daughter never got to that point and has therefore not needed to be unschooled, or she just jumped straight into loving life, but that's because we took action immediately. Not easy for everyone. I'm very lucky that I could do that and I could be here all week. So yeah, keep making those small steps, keep celebrating those wins, and have a lovely week.